Welcome back to Virginia This Morning.
Welcome back. The men and women who fight for our country often suffer from years and years after their service.
Well, you can help them. Richard Coolbars explains how a new program could make the trip home a little happier. Hey, how are you?
Good.
Good to see
Richard,
you.
thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
All right, tell us about this.
My company has created software to help soldiers reconnect back in their lives upon returning from war.
How did this come about?
Both my grandfathers are veterans. My father's a veteran. And we watched suffering growing up. And my father was a chaplain. So he understands and knows the very low percentage of soldiers who ask for help.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Right. We call it, we had a guy in Iraq, email us and thank us for helping the silently wounded. And that's what this is about. In Vietnam, we lost a lot of soldiers. Right. We lost 60,000 upon returning to suicide. That's more than we lost in the conflict. By 1998, that number is at 100,000. The silent wounds that we don't want to stand up and say, hey, I'm hurting, because then you're labeled as broken in the American public, especially in the military. This is software that allows soldiers with or without their families in a time and a place that they choose and they're ready for to deal with their issues and work through things.
Now, oftentimes, Richard, these wounds, these silent wounds, don't really surface for months, even years afterwards, right?
That is correct.
So it depends on the person.
Correct.
How does this work? What happens when a soldier gets this and they go through the program?
It deals with 7 areas of your life, and right now it's a 7 CD set. So there's short movies. We filmed like 5-minute stories. They'll watch the movie, and then they'll have what we call a virtual professor come on, and he'll say, well, who did you think was the worst character? Well, based on our prejudices that we all have from our life experiences, you say, well, that person. Well, then the professor comes back and says, well, did you think about this, this, and this? Helps explain why they're feeling the way they are and deal with those things.
Do you find that soldiers open up, or veterans, when they, upon returning and they watch this, do they open up?
We do have some testimonials. The way it's being distributed is the Methodist Church is a large purchaser. The Army Corps of Engineers has purchase number, and they're distributing them to soldiers around the world. Now, we periodically get emails thanking us and things like that. But generally, this is private, and that's the purpose. It is private, and they don't want to talk about it.
Gotcha.
I never heard my grandfathers talk about it.
I was going to ask you that. Growing up, you were around the pain, but how much did they even share with their own family?
My dad's father killed a Japanese soldier in World War II with the bayonet in hand-to-hand combat. Upon that, the gentleman's wallet fell out. He saw his wife and kids.
Oh, wow.
That changes it. I'm told that our psyche can handle a soldier fighting a soldier. You know, you volunteer or whatnot, you train, and you go into the ring like a boxer, and you fight. The problem is when they become human, our psyche has a hard time with that. And if you look at Vietnam and, of course, now Iraq, they're not fighting other uniforms. They're fighting people, and we have a very difficult time with that.
Do you feel like the goal of this, when someone watches it, do they actually get healing from dealing with this, or does it make them realize, I am in pain, I need help after that?
It helps them deal with different issues, even finances in there. You go through and say, what did I buy in the last 3 weeks? Did I need it? Did I not need it? Am I purchasing to cover up pain? And at the end, it does have assessment. There's assessment in it. And you are able, it'll say, look, you might want to contact somebody else.
Right.
But it does help them understand in a private manner.
That is a really fantastic idea.
It's called Project SoldierHelp.
Correct. And our goal is not to sell it to the soldiers. We are a for-profit company. We build interactive media, and we've put a tremendous amount of time and energy into this. So we're looking for corporate sponsors, nonprofits, government organizations to help us with the cost so that we can give this to all 2.6 million soldiers.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Nice talking to you.
Thank you.